Oklahoma Matters with Ed Kelley, sponsored by OOK, Oklahoma's exchange-traded fund.
I'm Ed Kelley, editor of The Oklahoman. The Oklahoma County Jail is a safer yet still expensive place. Safer in the sense that violence between inmates and abuse brought on by guards appears to be down, but expensive in the sense that short-term corrections can't hide the long-term solution the jail most likely will need. The jail is back in the news, this time for a mostly good reason. Sheriff John Wetzel was showing off changes to journalists and others, talking about what he described as a culture change since the last time federal officials visited his jail. The Justice Department in Washington issued a scathing report a couple of years ago regarding the jail for a litany of problems. Federal officials were back in town not long ago for a follow-up visit. According to Wetzel, they saw, among other things, a drop in the tension that had gripped the jail. At the same time, the district attorney, David Prater, is making good on a pledge to prosecute jail guards who use excessive force on the prisoners. That's the right thing to do too. But as my colleague Brian Dean points out, what hasn't changed at the jail are issues Wetzel can't fix on his own. There's still overcrowding, still some structural problems, and an antiquated system of supervision. What's probably needed is a new jail, perhaps one that would cost $300 million. But that's a tough sell in a tough economy. The county commission, led by Commissioner Ray Vaughn, is talking about going to the voters later this year with the request. What needs to happen before then is a look at creative ways to possibly cut that $300 million for taxpayers. That might include putting the jail on a completely new site away from downtown. Nobody wants to pay for another jail, but the threat of a takeover by the feds seems real. This is a complex issue, one that requires buy-in not just from the county, but the city, the suburbs, and eventually the taxpayers.